you, big cat. Welcome, or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or messages. Come in, come on. I've got intel. Yes, big cat, recon is afoot. The planetary energies today are the Gemini moon connects with Saturn in Aquarius in a trine, darling dear. What's a trine? Opportunity, darling dears, to bend the matrix any way you want. Any way you want. Not what you need. Your need got you into all sorts of what? Hockey sticks at dawn on the rocks of life. This is a wonderful day for business and career-related affairs, darling dears, to get those grey matter cells working towards your what future goals, darling dears. Plant the seeds, darling dears. Your future self will thank you as you what? Enjoy, right? And utilize this trine, darling dears, between the Gemini moon, Saturn, and the Gemini moon with Saturn in Aquarius. There is what? Strong ambition pulsing through the collective right now, darling dears. We're all wanting to get somewhere quick, smart, and in a hurry, but you must be like a what? A grandmaster at chess. We only say checkmate when we've did it, darling dear, and we're on to the next goal. Hard work proves to be what? The name of the game, darling dear. We are what? Kicking ass, taking names, and eating the wounded. Neptune, who is the ruler of Pisces, is in Pisces today, darling dears. It should be lovely, but it's not. Why? Because it's making a hard square with the skullduggerous moon in Gemini, darling dears. This could bring a need. Yes, baby, when we hear need, you better be what? At hockey sticks at dawn, because it will push forward a need for control. There could be a tinge, just a little, of obsessive compulsiveness today, darling dears. What I sniff at, unless I'm getting great. Please excuse the adverts. Sometimes they come with a message and sometimes they just keep coming. As I was saying, check your thoughts and make sure that you aren't being too hard on yourself. Hard on yourself? Got me snorting right now. You can never be too hard on yourself when you are working on self-improvement. Now, if you're being a dummy bat and casting your eyes back to the past, trying to be Lot's wife, right, Salt Bay, of course. You better nip that shiznai in the bud. Go to the mirror. Look deep into your eye chakra and slap the shiznai out of yourself until blood and spittle flies. I didn't say punch yourself in your eye, because if you punch yourself in your eye, you're going to have the panda bear look. And no one's going to believe you did it to yourself. They're going to believe you're getting your ass kicked on a regular. Even though you are, if you're living in the past, by yourself. But we're not going to digress. I can be such a chatty cat. These transits require to put what? The time and the effort towards what? Your future self, darling dears. It will pay off, as you will see this hard work, this focus, darling dears. Yes, baby, it will sow the seeds for your future self, and you will see the return of your hard work in the near future, darling dears, because things are happening in now time, right? As you what? Make a bad move, all of a sudden the repercussions are on you like white on rice. But when you choose to lean on your own understanding and go within, believe in thyself as you know thyself. That's the whole point of being on this Malkuf. Don't you know? Pinkies up. Yes, baby. Start playing chess, big cat. Checkmate. Why? Because you hold the whip, darling dear. And he or she who holds the whip, you run things. You are Khaleesi or Carl. Yes, baby. We're going to talk. Can we have a quick chat, darling dears? Because we need to talk about what? That D word. I'm giving you a moment as I sip my mocha to see where your mind is at. Well, you wasn't right. I'm going to talk about discipline, darling dears. It's very important. Right up there with blinking and breathing, darling dear. Individually and collectively, as a society, discipline is important. It helps you express your attitudes and represent your what personality as well as your thoughts. Yes, it does. Both body and mind are cultivated throughout discipline, darling dears. Yes, yes, I believe in such. Discipline helps solve personal issues and develops a peaceful, more respectful society. Well, it's not really. Look, I'm not going to what? To call tomatoes and tomatoes, darling dear. Listen. Right. Allow me, yeah? It would be correct to say that without discipline, there is no life at all, darling dears. You have to discipline yourself. Why? Because it boosts your self-esteem, makes you more trustworthy. Trustworthy, you say, how can discipline make me trustworthy? Well, if you've got a deadline or you're supposed to get to a meeting and you respect someone's time, you get that work in when it's supposed to be in, darling dear. That's how you build up trust. It makes for what? Better mental health. Why? Because you discipline yourself not to think about the fucking ease blood. Those what? Those that were rapid with your hairline blood. Gave you the reverse friar tuck. Discipline is important. It helps you stop with the procrastinations of it all. Should I, shan't? Should I, shan't I? I told you about should. You say should too much, you end up shoulding on yourself. It helps with what? Keeping the peace in society. To a point, darling dear. To a point. Right? Let's move on swiftly from that. Right? It helps you what? Achieve your goals, darling dears. Discipline. It helps with your what? Time management. You can't abuse other people's time, especially when they're taking out the time to meet you for business purposes, educational purposes, darling dears. Turning up late and then saying you're sorry you're late, that's bull swanky, darling dears. If you're late, what you say? I appreciate your patience, but you shouldn't be late, darling dear. If you're disciplined, should not. I didn't say shouldn't. Well, I did. Well, allow me, yeah. It fell out. I didn't mean it. Discipline, darling dears, is the difference between what? A follower, right? A fan and a leader. And as a big cat, you run the board. You are professor of the puzzle. Why? You've been through a thing or two and you learn through discipline, right? Not to go and do it again, lad. That DNS. It wasn't fancy, was it? No, I had to look over my shoulder with a slitty eye because it's not going to catch me because I am the red light, green light champion of 79, as we call in the energies of wisdom, guidance and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, way showers and spiritual guides. From Keitha to Malkuth. Namaste. Energies, up, big cat, up. I insist. Why? Because we're disciplined, blood, and we know how to what? Bend the matrix. We've got the badass alchemist ways. It's like a tag your it from what? Your ancestral team, gifting you with their skills that they couldn't utilize in their lifetimes, darling dears. You was handpicked. Why? Because you thought you could do it, darling dear. Come back to this Malkuth. Go through all of that, what? Ruffian energy, darling dears. It was truly egregious. Egregious energies you had to work with, darling dears, until you realized that you was working with what? Littlefinger, the devil's most diligent workers, darling dears. I'm telling you, it's so yesterday, so 2020, as you continue to embrace focus and discipline as you hold your gangster as what? Professor of the puzzle, big cat. Pinkies up. Let's dive in. Oh gosh, I still had the card for air up from yesterday. So therefore we've got to talk about air signs. Reason being, air signs is about what you being elusive, darling dear. It also speaks about what? Your intellect, your intention, as well as your communication. How do you communicate? From a sound foundation of knowledge, which you got about getting, darling dears. Why? You had to become the hermit. When they aided you, you nined them. You had to get cerebral, darling dears. Cerebral. Yeah, they try to use their mind power on you and you mind power them back as you gave them your shapely back. Learn to say less. Loss number 4. When you shut that tatty old door, boarded it up and put what? TNT and a hair trigger on the handle because they can't come where you're going, darling dear. Why? They have no discipline. They're egregious, they're heinous, and they're missing. Nobody call the police. This is not a what? Open investigation, darling dear. As I sip my mocha, because I ain't getting smoke blood. Yes, baby. Those of you that rock with me, guess what? I've got to say something, right? I can't remember that woman's name. She's in the she's with Iron Man. Do you remember? They had her tied up in a chair, right? And her boss wanted her to come and help him with something else. And then so he phoned the person that had kidnapped her, right? And he was like, I've got Scud missiles and I'm going to blow you off the hemisphere unless you give the phone to your captive. So they had to give the phone to her. And she was like, but I'm busy. I'm busy interrogating him. She's the one tied up in the chair with a quash. God knows what they had planted on her. And she was like, okay then, I'm coming. Yes, baby, the Black Widow, fist bump, yeah. So right, picture this. Right, I told you about my progeny. They're trying to push her around and push her into French. Tell her, the French teacher, I gave her a name. It was Mrs. Ross Clark. Yeah, listen, doesn't matter. I can name who I want to name in the corners of my mind. And amongst you, Big Cat, because you're my besties. And you won't tell anyone. No, I know this. Anyhow, right, I put down my what upsettedness into email, and I was so polite as I contacted the principal of the school. She contacted me back and said, oh, I'm glad to make your acquaintance. Yes, I'm going to set up a meeting. 2 days later, I got the email saying that she'd set up the meeting, but she wants the principal, right? The principal's going to be there, which is her, and what? The deputy principal. Oh, they think they can handle me? Listen, my day job for nigh on 20 years, if not longer, has been what? To interview people and get to the facts. They don't know who's coming in there, mate. Let me tell, I can't wait to get there. I will be interrogating them, darling dear. They will think they're getting a shrinking flower. Let me tell you something. When I've got to deal with someone, I lead with a 3-piece suit. I've got my hair back in a mean ponytail, right? And my eyebrows are on fleek, right? And I'm fully awake, having charged myself with the mocha, darling dears, because I ain't getting smoked. If they want tongue kung fu, I'm there. I told you, I love the lexicon. And my mind, listen, like I said, somebody's going to have to call me to tell me to what? Back away. You don't need profanity, darling dears. They don't understand I've already got the checkmate. I'm just going to check them. And if they try to what? Disabuse me by giving backhanded compliments, I will end that meeting and go to the Board of Governors. Listen, keyboard gangster, I know where I stand. And I'm not having it. She thought, that bringing in what? The vice principal, this male, whom I don't know either of them, that I was going to be what? Made to bow down. I'm going in there to interrogate them, blood. Listen, shimming it right back. Yeah, trying to push my progeny that was cut from my being. Oh, listen, and I'm still trying to get over the what? The food perform. Listen, it's turned me into Sylvester the cat. Baby. Anyway, I digress again, but you know, I'm with my besties. I've got to express myself and tell you what, go on, right? Listen, I'm going in what? In stealth mode as the what? Proverbial Black Widow, darling dear. Interrogation. Listen, that foop is wicked. Don't let anyone tell you anything about that, Slim Jim. Because when I had my babies, did anyone tell me that you're supposed to bind your stomach? No, they didn't. Then I was married to someone, baby, I am free. Thank God I'm free. I was married to someone who didn't want me to go to the gym, which when I was always a gym boy, I met them at the gym with makeup on my face. Well, not at the gym, but being me. And they tried to break it out of me, right? So therefore, I didn't have time to attend to it. right? And my son is he can be so unfriendly. My son, he says, when I bring up the fact that him and his sister, they had to cut me open twice, gave me major surgery to make you come through, and you had the cheek to come out not breathing, gave us all boom diddy boom diddy boom. Are you mad? Anyway, anytime I bring it up, he goes, why do you have to keep talking about that? What do you mean? I'm still on what? Fupa watch. Are you kidding me? Listen, I'll be screeching like a banshee. Fist bump. Me can't talk about what me want to talk about, because I was there. Yeah. Don't let me talk about the epidural to the spinal cord. I still get backache. Yes, especially when a dummy bat's trying to what manage me. Interrogation will be afoot. Yeah. So, yeah. They wanna play big cat. Them don't realize. Yes, baby. Monday I've got to go and visit these people. I'll be there early and on time. Yeah. Just like when I've got a major appointment, just like when it was my daughter's graduation, I turned up 19 hours in advance to make sure that I didn't miss a nanosecond. I'll be there early, right, bright-eyed, and with my ponytail behind me, because baby, I'll be bringing up the past, mate, the past. And when you go to these meetings at the school, see, confirmation by the bell, I'm on live, darling dear. You'll have to call him back. All right, hasta la vista. When you go into these meetings with the schools and darling dears, right? You don't go in there shouting the odds, darling dears. You go with what the emails that they send back to you. Print everything out. If your child progeny has medical conditions, you to bring a printer of that. You understand? And as they're speaking, as you speak, you lay one stick of dynamite, then another. I'm going to interrogate them. They're going to be going through what? Point A and point B, guys. Point A and point B. Ha ha! Let the games begin. Anyhow, I digress again because I can be such a chatty cat. Hold on a minute. That phone call took everything off of my screen. I can't see the comments. Let me see if I can find it. Yes. Who's here? We've got what? Karen, Rochelle, Wagwan, darling dear. Fist bump. Karen Ballard. You're right, darling dear. Big cat wave. London G. Wagwan, my G. CB, I see you. Divine Feminine Claire. Are you good, darling dear? Are you good in your hood? Are you still what? The big cat that sleeps at night? Margaret Johnston. Hello, darling dear. Glad you could pop in. Always here, Margaret. Hold on a second. Let me give you something else to do while you're here. Yeah. Get Margaret. We don't like no what? Low vibing what? Waste of time trying to interrupt the live. Yeah. Get Margaret. And Slim Jim. Baby, I still haven't got over what you told me about the art. I'm learning new terms as I get to my age. Listen, there's always more to learn. Many a time I chuckle over that. Who's that? Kelly Palisano. Wagwan Kelly. And we've got what? Dallas Care. Hello, darling dear. You're a new name in this place. You nearly gave me a tongue twister. Mmmmhmmm. Wagwan, darling dear. Big cat, wave. I tell you, I can be such a chatty cat, but we must press on. Why? Because I've got to go and cut the grass in my garden. Baby. It's like all of that sun. It's like a big cat's trying to get into a house and I'm being what? Waylaid by the foliage, darling dear. The foliage. I can't have it. If I've got to get into my I've got to get into my domicile, blood. I don't need it growing up like I need to be Rapunzel in the tower. Because if I let down my hair, I've only just dropped out what? A lace front. I just dropped a lace front out the window. Why? Because I'm planning on who's trying to get me out of my lair, darling dear. Yeah, doppelgangation season. Anyway, I digress again. We were talking about these what? Egregious behaviors as you continue to hold the whip, darling dears. Let's get a rune on the tableau. Listen, we've got 3 darling dears. It came out in the order that we're meant to read it. We're going to turn them over and see what we're working with. We have what? Lagas, Hangman, Water, Neptune energy. We also have what? Radio, which is the Cancer energy, Chariot, darling dear. We also have what? Good golly and gosh, darling dears. Lean in, big cat. We've got the Sun energy, on its face, darling dear. Big Cat Leo, what's going on? Well, what happened to my music? We just need some relaxed music in the background because I don't want to be popping off again. Yeah? Lagaz, darling dears. Lean in, Big Cat. Lean in. Represented by what? The letter L. It speaks about the unknown. It also speaks about delays or possibly what? Being put in held. You're being held, darling dear. Held back at this moment in time. Why? Because you're about to be gifted, darling dear. Divine wants you to what? Continue to lean into your discipline. Trying to what? Bring a new perspective into your life. The energy of what? Water, darling dears. Water is flowing. It also speaks about the cleansing and healing that you've been through, darling dears, as you've been in what? Holding, right? Stasis. But it wasn't what a blind stasis is. It wasn't what a can't do nothing stasis. It was a time for you to what? Reassess what you can do on this Malkuth, darling dears. The hangman in the upright. It also speaks about the prophecy that you called into your life. Understanding, right? The sacrifices you make today, darling dears, right? Helps formulate the habits of tomorrow, darling dears, which your future self is already thanking you for, because time, darling dears, we don't even know how time runs. They're tricking us with everything. They changed the clock and everything, right? But the moon, listen, let me not digress. Shut up, case. Okay. Hangman, this is also what? A lack of progress. Somebody's what? Stuck in their own ways, unable to what? Find success. Good golly and gosh. Represented by the letter R. Could be Mrs. Ross Clark, I don't know. But look, press on, yeah? Radio, on its face, darling dears, it speaks about what? Crisis point, blood. Somebody's at crisis point. And we also have what? Someone coming to the ending of their journey on this Malkuth. My condolences, darling dears. Radio also speaks about what? Injustices, darling dears, that were perpetrated. But guess what? Something's about to be nipped in the bud. Someone else is going into stasis where they have to shut up and pay attention. Why? They created it, darling dear. Somebody with the letter R is in what? Hangman status. They're feeling like they want to take themselves out as well. Listen. And someone is what? Hoping to be freed from what? A prison. Listen, somebody's under habeas corpus, right? And they're hoping to get out of the situation. Well, guess what? It don't look good for you, blood. You better what? Buff up your orange suit, because you're going to be zipped into it. Toot sweet. Yeah. Someone's going to prison, darling dear. Why? Because they're what? A Debbie Downer or a blessing blocker, darling dears. Yeah. Somebody who was in a work, it could be a work, but it also is what? A home environment, I'm getting, darling dears. Somebody thought they got away with their underhanded behavior. Well, guess what? God saw it, right? And what? Kept you hanging on until it was the right time for you to get your comeuppance. Well, I'm not sorry for you, darling dears. If you did something that was really heinous, that God noticed, right? You deserve that shiznai. Represented, right? The sun is swallow. It also speaks about what? When you see the sun card on its face, the sun rune on its face, it speaks about what? The wrath of God. This person is gullible. Yeah. They thought they could run from, listen, you may not get caught for everything you do, but you will pay on the back end. Represented by the letter S, the numbers 76, 77, 78, and 79. Radio is represented by the numbers 28, 29, 30, and 31. And then we had Lagaz, darling dears, represented by the numbers 99 and 15. We're gonna go with the soul cards. Base of the deck. Someone is guilty as guilty blood. Oh, that one wanted to come through. Hold on, let me just give it a quick shuffle, because I daren't shuffle it on this cloth, because I'm telling you, it's real hell I'm taking stuff, guys. It's proper wavy. Oh, you haven't yet. What was I just talking to you about, darling dears? Discipline. And you have what? The Eye of Sauron at your back. Somebody's jealous of the courage you've perpetrated on this Malkuth, darling dears. How you what? Held your gangster in troubled times. You took the knee, lent on what? Understanding outside of your own, as you what? Tapped into your subconscious through affirmations, through the creation of new habits, as you release the old you, the old way of doing things, that hamster wheel that kept you where? With no hairline, blood. Yeah, pitchy patchy, blood. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence, darling dears. Fear, we feel everything can rise, big cat. We know how to turn what? Mildew into barbecue. What's the matter with them? They laugh no more. Whomsoever was laughing in the background, saying that you was crack on crazy, doing all sorts of bad things, when you wasn't. You was just what? Setting up boundaries. Discipline of keeping those boundaries erect, darling dear. Not being fooled and beguiled, because you understood they are nothing but sirens. Yes, baby, sirens. Chock full of what? Egregious behaviors. Yes, baby. Interview season, darling dears. Interview season. As we dive in and get some tarot to put on the table. As I sip my mocha, I've got to lubricate my larynx, darling dears. Yeah. Which deck do I go with today? So many decks behind me. I don't like to give my... Oh, I'll use this one. I haven't used this one in a while. Base of the deck, darling dear. King of Pentacles. This could be you or someone coming into your existence. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is trustworthy. It's also somebody who has what? Built up their fortune or about to become the King of Pentacles in your field. As you what? Get the return for your discipline, focus, and hard work, darling dears. Getting it. Get into that bag. The Skrilla.com, darling dears, bringing you choice. When you see the King of Pentacles, darling dears, represented by earth as well as fire energy, it speaks about what? Being solid as well as faithful, all part of discipline, darling dears. It also speaks about what? Certain luxuries, right, about to be afforded onto you. You're about to go into a different tax bracket, darling dears. Your hard work is paying off. I told you, in the near future. This is not something that you're going to have to hold your breath or stick a pin in it, darling dears. You're about to see what your discipline has brought to your tableau of infinite possibilities. Yes, baby. Everything going to be irie. Yeah, man. You've got the toxic tricks, darling dears, trippy talkers, right? Still going through the rigmarole, darling dears, of the 1, 2 of what? Bad luck, bad credit, bad advice, and bad intentions. 2 of Wands on its face, darling dears, on its face. It speaks about someone who's lacking in what? Progress. Why? They haven't assessed their own toxicity in a situation. It also speaks about confusion, unable to make a firm decision, darling dears. Somebody who lacks in what? Determination and drive, needing the energy of others to what? Highlight what they should be highlighting within themselves. They was given the key, darling dears. Can't you see the key of Chiron? Yeah, but did they use it? Clarify the 2 of Wands, please. Oh, we have what? The Strength card and the 6 of Cups. The Strength card is what? Not, look, your back is to, if it's you, darling dear, you are strong, darling dear. Your flip-flop is secure. Your common sense, your go-to move, darling dear, is secure. Your back is towards what? Trippy Taka and whatever they're doing in the backwoods. Yeah, amongst the other tree sloth, right? This is a past person that you possibly overgave to. Or it could speak about your progeny, darling dears. Some of you had to what? Hold the whip in the face of your progenies, darling dears. Why? Because they was having a laugh, blood. Yes. They're having a laugh. Make sure that they know that you are mama or papa cat, darling dears. Don't let them think that they can pull you about like taffy, or believe that they're smarter than you, darling dears. They're not smarter than you. You've been for it, mate. They think you was born just to be their mother. You had no experiences up to this point. Baby. Somebody's about to be tripped up as you show them who's got the whip and the key to their life, darling dear. Six of Cups also speaks about opportunities coming towards you. A whole new, brave new world is being opened up to you, darling dear. Why? You stood on what? The time. You tested it through what? Your time management, your discipline, darling dears. It also speaks about the World Wide Web. If you've got a business, right? I don't know, whatever you're doing on the World Wide Web, you are about to see return, darling dears, on your hard work. It's going to give you breathing space for what? To co-create, darling dear. Just because you win this one, right, doesn't mean that you must what? Stop there. Reach for what? Infinity and beyond, darling dear. It also speaks about what? Somebody not liking the outcome, unfavorable for them, darling dear. They wanted it to go on forever. I think not. There was a fart lingering in your life. World card represented by Earth and Saturn energy, darling dears, as well as the fixed signs of what? Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. What does the fixed signs mean? It means that you was persistent. You were stubborn, darling dear, and organized. The fixed signs also speaks about the middle months, darling dear, the middle of the month, right? We are at this moment in time in the middle of the month. I told you something major is about to kick off. What? With the hard work and focus and the discipline you show, darling dears. The world is going to open up for you in a big way. And it also speaks about world travel for some, darling dears. And what? The fresh start as you continue to rap and be the seeker of knowledge, darling dears. It requires what? Discipline. That you're going to what? Go to limits that you didn't even recognize. Why? They all want to be on your gang, darling dears. Take a snapshot and stick a pin. Take a picture of yourself today and 7 days time, darling dears. I just felt that in my solar plexus, things are going to change up for you in a big way. Why? Because you can't be tempted. You went within to seek the Most High, Father, God, Mother, Isis. This is why you are being gifted. Everything is in divine timing, my big cat. My dear big cat. The Six of Cups in the upright, darling dears. Lean in, lean in. This speaks about what? A Mac the knife, an ex-friend, an ex-family member, some kind of partnership that they'd like to what? Come back for, right? Why? Because the Six of Cups, lean in, big cat, is represented by what? Scorpio energy. And Scorpio energy is what? The house of what? Joint finances and partnerships. You've got someone from the past wanting to come back and join up there, what? Broken down, right? No credit having, right? Skullduggerous finances with you. A situation that you've already said, it's a done dollar, black. It's over. Basura, fetch the black bags. Yeah. Ending of a cycle with a desirable outcome for you, darling dears. Because it's the truth, darling dear. We got what? 5 of Wands as well. The 11-11 fade. This speaks about parties and celebrations and like-minded souls being attracted to you. Why? Because you've got the oil in your back, your passions and your creativities, darling dears, and the fact that you was loyal, baby, to a new beginning. You've got 2 aces, darling dears. Whenever we see 2 aces, it speaks about new beginnings, as well as what? Partnerships, as well as what? Reunions, darling dears. Some reunions, baby, you don't want them, because why? When it started off, you had what? A diamond and 2 hearts. And now they want to come back and you'll be looking for a club and a spade. Not during Mercury retrograde, blood. No, no, and no again. Mercury retrograde is in Libra, darling dears. The sign of partnerships, contracts being rescinded. Yeah, cutting the soul ties. The fire energy is again about you what? Tapping into your energy, darling dears. Some of you are fired up because the fire energy is what? Masculine energy. You are in masculine mode, whether you're male or female. This is about your inner strength. It also speaks about what? Someone from the past is still attracted to your what? Your seat of emperors and empresses. They'd like to come and drop something off, darling dear. And it could be nothing but what? Toxic ties, darling dears. 2 of Wands, nah, babe. They can't drop nothing off you, right? Not while your eyes are open. Or closed. Yeah. Let's clarify these cards. Get more into it. Clarify this Two of Wands on its face. Lack of progress. Unable to what? Think with their own mind. We've got the Queen of Cups and the Sun, darling dear. The toxic ones are remembering your loyalty. They know that you're highly intuitive. Some of you had dreams that used to speak out, prophetic dreams, darling dears. We've also got the Sun card showing that you are what? Blessed and highly favored, darling dears. A divine child and a new beginning for you in all areas. Somebody's going to look at your loyalty, darling dears, and they're going to what? Try and come through. But you can't allow Trippy Talker back in. What did Trippy Talker do? Egregious things, darling dears. Base of the deck. 8 of Swords. Your third eye is buffed up to a bitchin' shine. And you are a professor of the puzzle. I told you. You're playing chess, not checkers, darling dears. You are no longer ruminating on what they did in the past. Why? You used it as your focus, right? To get disciplined, to get great. Get into your grey matter skills and cells, darling dears. It also speaks about somebody's excelled in learning of the law. Yeah. Good for you, darling dear. Keyboard gangster you be. Self-taught sometimes is better than what? Institutionalized teachings, darling dears. Why? When you're teaching yourself, darling dear, once you go down that rabbit hole, you learn so much along the way. As you're being guided when you become the student, which you did. Some of you are tarot card readers, darling dears. You're about to see what? Your situation take off. Why? Because you're the master of negativity, darling dears. You come through with the truth roof. We saw the Ace of Swords. This is about loyalty, darling dears. Loyalty and calling in like-minded souls that are of the cerebral kind, darling dears. People that know how to hold their own, that come to add to, not what come with the entirety of your table. The Queen is what? Nurturing, darling dear. You nurtured yourself as well as your common sense. Clarify the Strength card. You've got a reverse Empress, darling dear. You've got a bitter Betty or bitter Benjamin, right? Who's under what? Spiritual manners, temperance on its face, darling dear. You've got the Ace of Cups, right? This was, listen, it could be a male or female. Because why? This person doesn't know how to what? They don't know how to be abundant. They don't know how to call in what? All of the what? Laws of attraction. Somebody's coming through to try and offer you what? A cup of love. But it's a cup of hopium and bull swanky because it's next to the 8 of Pentacles, darling dears. In the reverse, they're going through it, made debt on Keith as well as Malkuth. And it's because of your healing energy, darling dears. They're looking for that healing whap or fatum, darling dears. They want to tempt you off your flip-flop, right? Remember, a miracle is about to be gifted unto you. You ain't got time for that. What's this? Focus on yourself, darling dears, and the true helpers, helpmates, right, will be attracted to your light. It also speaks about what? Internet success, darling dear. Somebody's about to what? Get it in a big way. Why? Because they don't think like other people. The way you think, darling dear, and the sword speaks about your words, your deportment, how you put things out there, darling dears. There is a method to your madness, and many people want to be on your gang. Remember I told you that. Sun energy, as all your milkshake brings all of the boys and girls to your yard. Teamwork, darling dear, makes the dream work. And it also speaks about what? Taking the time to outsource. Yes, you are a leader, darling dears, but you need someone else to help you with because you're about to be very busy in the near future. Remember I told you that. This wanted to come out on the Strength card. You had to make a choice, darling dear, a blind decision, a head over heart decision. Yeah. What did I just say? Third eye buffed up to a bishin shine. And your what? Discernment. This is all wrapped up in your discipline. Yeah. You're getting the certificate. You've graduated. The pomegranate means what? It means wealth, darling dear. Abundance, darling dears. And why? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You have responsibilities, darling dears. And you have to what? Be strong about it. Some of you have to, like I said, you've already got to what? Somebody's going to have to manhandle. I don't mean physically, but you've got to show your progeny that you are not someone to be messed with. If they make a firm decision, they have to live with that decision, especially if they're over the age of 18. This is about you what? Cutting those apron strings. You're no longer what? Being the helpmate for those that are determined to go on a dark path. You have opportunities and new what? New focus, darling dear, because the goals that you've been trying to attain are about to be gifted with what? The first, was it the cup of coming in first place? Yeah. Folio. Yeah. Right under the high priestess. Somebody wants to get up into your secrets. They want to know how you think, right? Because right about now, spirit is blinding their eye, darling dears. They're not understanding that what you're doing, what you are perpetrating on this Malkuth was something that was in you, Libra energy. You were sent to bring the balance, darling dear, in a situation. Yeah, somebody's looking back into the past at what? The repeating of negative cycles. It also speaks about someone realizing this new beginning that you've brought around for yourself is definitely going to open up a brave new world for you. And they want to get on your coattails. Three of Cups, somebody who came through with what? A throuple you didn't sign up for. This could be the disingenuous family member that was what? A merchant of slander on the balls of their feet to stab you all up and down your back chakra. The disingenuous lover that had that cup of opium for everybody, right? That work situation that had a glass ceiling. Divine is telling you to take this leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Believe in your abilities. Yes, baby, because you have to remember, when you acquire a skill, darling dear, that's not something you just lose. You what? Fine tune it and make sure that you are the baddest cat, that you stand out in this world where so many are still sheeple, intent of being one of the flock, darling dear. Be the leader. I told you. Why not? What about this throuple? Baby, on the wrong person. Didn't I say? You are about to receive in their face, darling dears. And it also speaks about what? The celebrating of feminine energy or celebrating with feminine energy. The Wheel of Fortune. On the world card. Posh, clap, big cat. Whatever cycle that you've been going through as you what? Fine-tuned your skills. Destiny, fate, and good luck is smiling on you. Major arcana on major arcana, darling dears. We also have a reverse emperor, someone who should have been protector and provider in your life, darling dear. Pull on dummy back, right? What did I say? Should have been what in that house, that domicile with you. They're feeling bitter, and this is a full-on knock. A high commanded Decepticon, darling dear, that has to fall back, right? They have to fall back. Why? You found out how to heal and recuperate from them, darling dear. Somebody is at bitterness.com, darling dear. Bitterness, right? All because you're getting your wish fulfillment. I told you, the next 7 days, watch how Father God, Mother Isis moves the universe in alignment with your hard work and discipline, darling dears. You're about to be so busy, you're going to have to take on what? A subordinate, a PA. Yeah. Clarify this Wheel of Fortune, because it's fabulous. Fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely. Yeah. Queen of Swords. What did I say? You got cerebral with it, darling dear. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's a truth seeker, highly intelligent, and underestimated in many situations. Yeah. They thought that you wouldn't drop their burden of them, darling dear, like it was hot. This is overcoming challenges by what? Thinking, darling dear. I tell you all of the time, big cat, we don't focus on issues, right? We focus on what? The solution, and this is present energy. This is also reminding you what? To be mindful, because any challenge that comes your way, remember, Divine is gifting you with a whole new cycle, transformation season, and you have the Wheel of Fortune, darling dears. Any issue that comes your way, it's a chance for you to level up spiritually, darling dears. Pay attention. Focus on the issue. This is why you have the High Priestess. Your words and your actions carry spiritual weight on this Malkuth, darling dears, as well as in Ketha. Stand by your word, darling dear. Your word is your bond. And if you promise yourself to leave certain situations behind, right? Cut your grass low. Worked on you, focused on you, disciplined yourself into a better life, which your future self is going to thank you for. 7 days from now, big cat, your life. You're about to boss up on bitches and mitches. Look! Agent of karma you be. What did I say? Mercury retrograde is in Libra. We have justice, which is what the epitome of Libra, darling dears. Balancing out situations for you, darling dears. You are going to get what? A season of what? Resolution and creating freedoms for yourself, darling dear. And it's what? Painful ending for others. They're going to realize that you wasn't the one, mate. You weren't the one, right? And whatever one more round Julie they want with you, they'll be messing with the wrong one, darling dear. What's this? Eight of Wands. On its face, darling dears, all of their efforts, their communication, their spell work, their malicious words and ideas, nothing like when God weighs in to balance out and clear the playing field, darling dears. You hold the whip, big cat. Never you forget that. You hold the whip. In the face of their eye of Sauron, you had to be courageous. You had to survive off of saliva. Some of you had to be single parents. You got to get the progeny in line, get the food on the table, pay every bill, all whilst you was under the eye of wickedness, those mouth breathers, wishing what? Bad luck on you. Well, guess what? Boomerang season for they, them, and arm. Be obstreperous, darling dears. Obstreperous, because they gave you piss and phobia, and misophonia. Yeah. They ain't laughing now, blood. Them now laugh. Look! Look! Guilty! And then lacking imagination, blood. Or purpose. Yeah. Lacking in gratitude. They should have been grateful that you gave them what? A nanosecond of your time. These rustling hustlers. Yeah. Let's get some more intel. Where's my deck of the wicked? I haven't used that in a while. Even the elastic band has fallen off. What's this? Look. This was at the bottom of the receptacle that I keep it in, darling dears. I broke into your house and stole some of your underwear. Good God. Really? Couldn't be my domicile. I told you not. Listen, I told you my house is under security cameras, mate. And what was that thing called? The squirrels can't even take a nut without me knowing. It wasn't my house. Who took your underwear, blood? You've also got the what? Echopraxic, darling dears. Those single white females want to get their copycat on, darling dear. The fans with the eyes of Sauron. They're trying to break in, darling dears, and be like you. They hated your guts, your eyelashes, and now they're trying to be like you. Trying to bend the matrix, right? They've got a psychological disorder, right? They're a sociopath, right? A haterzoid, right? And will kill and harm to take your place. Be careful of the energies that you are around at this moment in time, because before your biggest blessing, you'll be given another challenge, darling dears, for you to overcome. And be careful who you let into your domicile, blood. Some people are just thieves of joy, faith, happiness, right? They will come and take it all. What's this? Jealous of your car, right? And they keep getting into accidents with their evil eye of Sauron. Aquarius energy, darling dears. Aquarius is represented by what? The 11th house. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and it also speaks about friends, darling dears. It's the house of friends. Not everybody is allowed to be your friend, darling dears. Interview them, pray on the situation, and be careful of what intel you give to them, because they will be the merchant of slander that will try and turn around and what? Take you down, blood. What did I say? It was Psalms 41:9. The same ones that broke bread with you, darling dears, will try and get you in the back with that blade, that dagger. Yeah, they're nothing but an attention hub, right? And they've got the unsatisfied eyes, darling dears. What did I tell you about these frenemies? These acquaintances that got the effrontery to try and call you a friend. Now it's got me on my 31 teeth, darling dears. What's trying to peep out, right? I got a reading on you. Really? We discussed this yesterday. And what they like, they didn't see, right? They know that they lost a real one, right? They're seeing you continue to win, right? They see that you're practical and stable. Who's practical and stable? The King of Pentacles. The read is tying in, darling dears. Base of the deck, right? The in-laws never liked you, right? They hated your guts and your eyelashes. Yeah, they hated you. Jealous of your everything, darling dears. Yeah. And they come with what? The incubi and succubi energies, darling dears, of a full-on Jezebel spirit. Revelations 2:20, darling dears. They come to do the fan dance. Final cards, darling dears. Thank you. Baby, you are at ground zero, darling dears. It says you've got your own domicile, your own chariot of righteousness, and you've got a job or a business, darling dears, and you take care of their children. Imagine that. They thought that when they left you to be single parent, right, that you'd be bothered.com. Now, Black, your child has the chance to see you as a mentor, somebody who stands up in the darkest hour and still bends the matrix, darling dears. Right? They're below ground zero. Look how the cards came out. Yeah, below ground zero. Full on dusty, mate. Dusty and missing. But no one called the police. What's this? Immature and no communication skills. If that don't make you sit up straight on your core ball, I don't know what will, big cat. Immature and no communication skills. They're just above Neanderthal stage. They can only communicate with their actions, which are heinous and egregious, right? They went through childhood abuse. They've got mommy and daddy issues, right? And undiagnosed psychosis. And a full-on nutter, right? A nutter. You don't want to be around no nutter who's an attention whore, who's quick to get their echopraxicon, who comes in with the jealous eye of Sauron, darling dears, right? Who got a reading on you to see if they could fit in where they could get in, right? Knowing that their family members don't even like you. They never liked you. Why? Because you're a big cat, darling dear. They will never be your friend. Remember the Aquarius energy. Not everybody's allowed that big F word. Outrageous, I know. They're always trying it. Watch for the signs and signals, darling dears. Pay attention to people's behaviors. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the downloads you get through your crown chakra when you are on the astral plane, darling dears. Pay attention. Why? Look, because they're paying attention to you. Sputnik has relaunched the Hillbilly investigations. It's on the 18th. Oh, pardon me, that's the spiritual belt, because I speaks the truth, Roof. Pinky's up, it's on the 18, which is the moon energy, darling dears. Yes. This is about somebody who is self-destructive in their jealousy. And it also speaks about something about childbirth, darling dear, and a pregnancy. There's going to be some shady things going to come on top, like who the daddy, mother's baby and daddy's maybe. Well, that's their business. They're going to be going through new cycles, mate. That's their business. It also speaks about the moon is about maiden and a mother. Somebody who's a mother who should know better, right, is jealous of your everything. A feminine energy, or it could be a mother foe, because it could be a bitch or a bitch, right? They're jealous of your everything, darling dears. They're watching you bend the matrix, and they're wishing bad things on you, darling dears. They got the bad intentions, right? Well, guess what? If they're coming with an 18, divine has gifted you with a 19 of clearance. Touch not the anointed, because they're getting the boomerang effect. On that note, I drops me mic. Todd love to my Teesprings, Todd love to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. I can't wait for Monday morning. I told you I'll be zipping into my Black Widow. Yeah, Interrogations will be afoot, darling dear. A time for what? For me to exercise my grey matter cells. Interrogation will be afoot. And recon, they'll be speaking like this when I leave. Blee blah 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 blue, blah 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 blee. Yeah, I will step into that room like God called me. I'm not sorry for them. Namaste, big cat. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Just be easy and irie. Be disciplined. Make sure you get your exercise in. Drink your water. Get your sea moss. Make sure that your godly sleep is not interrupted by the horde as they eye if what you've got going on, but they can't take what God has gifted to you. Remember I told you that. You have a captive audience. Give them something to look at. Fist bump. Continue to sock it to him, darling dears. Big cat wave.